Welcome to Subramani. One question which unfailingly every retiree or every person who's above 50 asks me is, will my money last longer than me? Will my money outlive me? And it's a very fair concern. So in the US, there is something called a 4% rule. And the 4% rule says if 60% of your money is in equities and 40% is in debt, for the rest of your life, you will be able to withdraw 4% of your portfolio. And that will take you through your life. So in the US, they call it the 4% rule. In India, let us call it the 5% rule. So which means annually, if you require 5 lakhs for your lifestyle, that is you and your wife living wherever you are living in your existing house or in a senior citizen home or in a geriatric care anywhere, you will be able to sustain this 5 lakhs of expenses and maybe adjust for inflation, because your portfolio may give you 8-9% kind of a return. So you will take 5% for your expenses, and the balance 3-4% will keep getting added to the corpus. And at some stage, perhaps when you're 80 or 85, you may withdraw from the corpus also. And by the time you die, this money could be either exhausted or could have become very small, but probability of you outliving this is low. It's still low because something could go wrong with your expenses, because old age expenses are almost impossible to predict. How much will you spend on daycare, how much will you spend on medical, or any of those expenses are impossible to guess. So we have to always work on probability. So having called this the 5% rule, if suppose you had 1 crore, then this 5 lakhs of annual expenses you will be able to withdraw. So is that good enough? Yes, it is good enough. But suppose you had 2 crores, then you need only 2.5% to be withdrawn. So you will withdraw only maybe 2% initially, or even 2.5%. But the amount which will keep growing, let us say suppose you get 10% return and you withdraw only 2.5% because you have 2 crores. So the remaining 7.5% gets added to the corpus, and next year your return will be higher. So definitely that becomes more sustainable. So 2 crores becomes more sustainable than 1 crore, right? But the problem with retirees that I find is they don't sit down and write down how much are their expenses. They're hoping that somebody else will pay. I've seen a 76-year-old who has say 70 lakhs or slightly less than that in net worth, but he has a 2.25 crore worth house which he does not want to sell, right? He has some problems. I'm not talking about those problems, but typically in such cases you will become asset rich and liquidity poor. You may not have cash flow to spend, but you may have asset rich. You may be asset rich. Now these kind of things have to be tackled. But even before that, finding a sustainable rate in India, we haven't done it. So you have to sit down and tabulate how much are your expenses. See how much are your expenses, what are you spending on. Don't use last 1 year's expenses because of a lockdown. Maybe you were spending less. So take the year prior, take the current year, see how much you're spending, see how much is compulsory. If you are a diabetic or if you have blood pressure, then those medicines, just factor in everything. Take all your annual expenses divided by 12, right? So if you have annually say 2 vacations, you spend money on Diwali, your children came home, you gave them gifts, take all those expenses divided by 12 and you will arrive at your monthly expense. For all our practical purposes, I'm assuming whatever monthly expenses or annual expenses all put together of about 5 lakhs. Of course, if your figure is 6 lakhs, you have to adjust it accordingly. So first of all, see how much is the total net worth you have. Ignore the house that you have and see how much money you how much money is being put to work. So obviously your golf kit and your camera and your lenses and all those things don't work. It's only the financial assets that we are talking about. So if that amount is 2 crores and your annual requirement is 5 lakhs, then you are very comfortably within the zone, because I'm assuming that 5% you will be able to withdraw for for all practical purposes, I'm ignoring income tax, because if your annual income is 5 lakhs, which means let's say 2.5 lakhs of your wife and 2.5 lakhs for you, then there is no income tax applicable from this portfolio. This is something which we will talk about maybe separately, but yes, first of all, find out how much is your current expense rate. So see what is sustainable for you. See whether there are likely to be any spurts, whether any or whether you will lose money. You've given money to some friend which has not come back. See whether there is any such loss, because all that has to be removed from the basic net worth figure that we are talking about. So see how much is the ratio that you have in equity and you have in debt. In the US, they talk of a 60% in equity and 40% debt. That makes sense even in India, because if you're just 60 years of age, you may have another 40 years to go, so you need a lot of protection against inflation. If the economy grows fast and starts growing faster, there's a good chance that there will be inflation. So obviously your equity will do better than your debt at current market situation. So it is also important that at this age you cannot afford to lose anything in the first few years, because if you lose lots of money in equities, then your capital shrinks so much that you will not even be able to, you will not benefit from the future growth that will happen. So you have to be careful as to how much is in debt and how much is in equity. Asset allocation is very important, especially for retired people, right? And there are enough calculators abroad. There are enough calculators. Say Roprise has calculators, Vanguard has calculators, Morningstar has calculators. So all these places you can go and find out and see what really works for you. If you are not comfortable working on all this, if you do not understand large cap, mid cap, asset allocation, sustainable withdrawal rate and things like that, please hire an advisor who has experience in withdrawal situation also. Accumulation was easy, you accumulated, but now how to withdraw, right? So learn it, and it's not very difficult. Sit with an advisor, learn it. Maybe after 5 years you don't need an advisor, or after 5 years you like the advisor so much that you want to use his services even more. Just find out all that. Please understand that the current market situation might make you feel very great, saying your portfolio is doing very well and debt is not doing well. So there's a good chance that you will feel like removing money from debt and putting into equity. I would not do that. I would still see, suppose you need about 1 crore and you have 2 crores, then you really have some ability to maneuver. So don't do this. Don't do, unless for 5-10 lakhs, then it's a different thing. You put more money in equity. However, look at whether you need to put money in mid cap, multi cap, flexi cap, large cap, and foreign funds, right? So there are foreign funds available. There are foreign fund of funds available. A lot of choice which is available. See what is appropriate for you. See what you will like. Please understand that return of about 4-5% in debt or 6% in debt is perfectly possible in India today at current GSEC prices. Interest rates could go down, interest rate could go up, right? Any of these things could happen. And the balance money has to be in equity. But in equity, you can lose a lot, and lose a lot dramatically. For somebody with 1 crore and 60% in equity, if there is a fall, then it's an existential crisis. Will you be able to even live with that kind of money? So check out that. But if you have 3 crores or 4 crores, obviously you have more chances of living through that. But please understand, in retirement, you're saving money for the immediate short term. You need next month ka paisa. You need next year ka paisa, that is, you've shifted from very short term to short term, then to medium term, then to long term and very long term. So across, so you're talking of 30-40 years time frame, so be careful about that. When you have a consultant, you have an advantage that you're talking to him. Be ready to course correct, be ready to say, okay, I can't withdraw 5%, maybe I should withdraw only 4%. This is not going to be sustainable, right? So check out all that and be ready for course correction. Sit with somebody who has done it, some 70-year-old, or if you're 60, sit with a 70-year-old. If you're 55, sit with a 65-year-old or a 70-year-old. See what they have done, see what has worked for them in India. It does not mean the same thing will work, but at least You're not just doing a cut paste from some website or some blog like this. You can't do it. You have to adapt it for your situation. Do that. Thank you.